I didn't realise. Oh well, all that talking has done good.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realise that it was recording at that time. Okay, so we need some more bias. This is where we originally cut the neckline piece from. So if we cut 2 more pieces out of this, we're going to do this. Try and lay it straight. And if you feel that you're not going to get a straight cut, then best thing to do is to measure it and do a chalk mark.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Do a chalk mark and then cut it on the chalk mark.
So that it's straight.
So that it's
yeah.
all straight. Find the chalk somewhere here. Now you won't be able to tell on the camera because it's too far, and it's, as long as you've got like a guideline. And once you've got one, you can just place that one on top of the other and pin it in a couple of places if you want.
Yeah.
And just cut it the same. Now even if it's slightly, you know, not absolutely, you don't have to be absolutely spot on.
Well, that's at an angle. That would it be because it's bias binding?
It's bias, yeah. And you've got enough give there to be able to adjust it. Okay. Normally when these are cut, they cut factory cut, and obviously they're cut identical and so on.
Yeah.
But they are, when they're applied on, they use special machines are used as well. So, alright. So we need frill. Now what we'll do is, you know, your original, it had like a little frill and a big frill. I think we might end up running just a little bit short on fabric, so we'll do just the one frill.
That's fine.
Unless we've got.
Yeah, I'm fine with that anyway. That's fine.
Yeah. Unless we've got some. Because it's a fussy fabric anyway, I don't think you're going to really be able to tell much as well. What you can do with fabrics like this is, rather than adding the frill, you know, the piping in the same colour, you could go for a contrasting colour. So if you were making this and if you wanted it to slightly slick out, what you could do is do them in white.
Oh yeah.
And pick up the colour, and that will bring out the contrast, and it'll give like a more of an apparent look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is often what we do with our clothes, is choose slightly bits of contrasting colour just to lift that, you know. So if we were doing a frill, and if we were doing a double frill, because the top frill that's added to that is quite small, what you could do is do it in a contrasting colour as well.
Yeah.
But then, you know, it's the only thing to look out for in that is make sure that you get the fabric which is similar weight to the fabric of the dress fabric, so that they balance out.
Yeah.
You know, you're not using something which is completely too heavy in comparison to what you're sewing, which is too lightweight, and then the two don't balance out. Okay. Normally with us Asians, I think what happens is we tend to do a lot of sewing, so we do stockpile a lot. Which is,
and now you just show me all your drawers.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I have. Right. Do you know what? They haven't done a double frill. Do you know what they've done? They've it's just the one frill, and it's turned over.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's and because it's jersey fabric, can you see when you pull it, it curls up.
Yeah.
When the edges have been done, now initially I didn't look at it, you know, and I thought this was like a double frill. It's the same fabric and it's attached on top. It's on top of the fabric. It's just attached on, and then so in actual fact, the length of this doesn't start from here. It starts from there.
Also, it's all the same piece of.
It's the same piece of fabric.
That's easier, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a 7-inch piece of fabric.
So that'll be easier than doing it, yeah.
The only thing that the only The other thing that we can do to give it that look is to actually do it in a, you know, cut the frill in a bias.
Right.
Which would add more of like a frilly, you know, more fall. Because this is jersey, this has a lot better drop.
Yeah, it hangs better.
Yeah.
Just whatever you think, Jan. I don't mind. It doesn't have to be exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think out which one I should do. See, I do have a machine that does this kind of edging, not here, but at my other house.
And also because my machine's very basic, it's better for me to learn the more basic way, then I can do it myself, maybe.
Yeah. See, on a normal machine, and if you were to do something like this, what you would have to do is edge both of the ends.
Can we do it that way then? And then I can
turn both of the ends.
I have a foot, a hemi foot.
Yeah. So 7 inches is what we want. So to cut a 7 inch. Now this fabric will tear. So if you want it, and it will tear straight. So you can mark it out 7 inches.
7 inches.
Yeah, it's got your 7. I'll probably do it about 7.5 because you want enough for the turning. And then this fabric tears absolutely fine. So rather than cutting it, you can actually just tear this.
Yeah.
And it tears fine, you know, and you will get it absolutely even. You have to look at the fabric and judge them. Some fabrics do not tear as good as what this has, you know.
Yeah.
Torn. So, and we will need. Now we did cut into this at the other end. You see that there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll need about 3 pieces. Oh, just about.
We're just enough.
So I think we're not going to have any left over because we've got a bias for that. So we're not going to have. Yeah, we're just about. You can see even just a little bit short on there, but I'll manage.
But that's fine if it's a little bit shorter.
So I'll just straighten these out. You can attach these on a bias, one to the other. Can you see where the other cut was the bias cut as well, like that? You you can add them like this, but I just straighten them out. It means just losing a little bit of the real material, but it really doesn't matter. Just look straight. So with these pieces, we'll attach them all together. Loosening about that much. Now then, we thought we had the material. We've run.
Yeah, so it's surprising how much you need, isn't it?
Yeah, just about enough. It's normally these frills and stuff, they do end up taking a fair bit.
Oh right.
So you know you're half.
So get extra.
Yeah, if you want to do other stuff to it, then it's right. Okay, so the thing that we're going to be missing out on is the frill on there. So we're just going to straight pipe and pipe the sleeves. We're slightly going to put a few gathers because the armhole just seems just a teeny weeny bit wide for my liking.
Mums came back from Pakistan.
Yeah, I know.
I'm playing with them. Can I play with them?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, can I go to their house?
Don't be a nuisance, okay?
I'm going to their house.
For a little bit of time.
I'll see you later.
Our mum's come back. Our friend's mum's come back.
Oh, is that a friend?
Yeah. They just live across the
Yeah.
road. Okay. Now, for, you know, where we're going to elasticate this, is to measure the waist length down. And now, I don't know if we put the marks there. We were saying we were going to, I don't think we have.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Yeah, you measure your waist length and mark it out with just little notches on both the sides. Then grab hold of both those sides and iron it.
I wondered how you were going to do this. So you wouldn't sew the side seams before you put the elastic in?
No, I will sew the side seams, but I will mark it out so that I know that it's a straight line. So once I put this under the machine, that iron mark will help me guide where to run the elastic.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you know, we're going to measure, mark it out on both the sides, and then we'll do a straight press mark, and that way it will mark when we straighten this up. There'll be like a crease mark along this, you know. So when we've got it under the machine, we know which line to follow, and it will be straight. So you won't have a distorted waistline where your elastic has gone up, you know, because once you've got it under the machine, you can't really judge a straight line.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that guideline will help you. Because otherwise, what you'd be doing is putting loads of pins in, and then as you're sewing along, you're taking the pins out.
That's what I usually do. Well, that's easy, isn't it?
But this is an easier way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sewing is all about make it as easy as possible so that you can run through it. You're messing about less, and it gives you, you know, it doesn't become annoying. Because if you're spending so much time in preparation, a lot of the time you waste so much time that, you know, the time is something that we haven't.
And that's when you make mistakes and it doesn't look right.
If it doesn't look right and you spend so much time as well, it becomes annoying. And then once you get annoyed, you pick it up and you chuck it in the corner and you think, you know what, I've had enough.
Well, that's what I do.
Sewing is not
that's
for
what
me.
I do. Well, I don't
so
give
majority
up. I leave it for a couple of months. And then,
and then come back to it. But with sewing, never leave it to come back to. Try and get it finished. And if it's one of those annoying things, then, you know, and you need a rest, which we sometimes do. I tell you, I do that all the time. So. Okay, we'll take a pause there, and we'll take the camera. I think it's going to losing battery now. So.